this. Except sunk cost, relevant cost, and a couple of other things, there's barely any theory to walk you through. Um, how many of you have solved book back questions? Shantanu or Karthik ke alawa?
Guys, firstly for the tutorial, now please get your books. Like, don't just sit idle. Get your books. Probably we'll solve, as Pawan said, book back sums, and we'll solve one sum with all methods.
दोनों रुक जाना फिर कार्तिक.
Everyone get
Yeah,
your
yeah.
books and then come back.
So Pawan, when is sir sharing the solutions for the question?
I think
Sir sharing the solution.
शांतनु की आवाज मेरे लिए कट रही है.
सबके लिए.
शांतनु, your voice is breaking.
सबके लिए. Pawan, you heard me, right?
No, I did not. But I think you asked about solved solutions, right? That sir has to send.
Correct.
No, this thing yet.
अरे उसका I'll tell you at the end of the class. Pawan, give me 5 minutes at the end ना when you are done.
Yeah.
अभी सारा तुम्हारे पास करने का जुगाड़ बना दूंगा.
क्या बोल रहा है? वापस बोलना कार्तिक प्लीज.
We'll talk about the solutions at the end.
Okay sir, thank you. फिर वापस जुगाड़ निकाल.
Obviously जुगाड़ निकाले.
इंजीनियर भाई, इंजीनियर.
मेरा आवाज. हाँ, better. अच्छा, anyways, Vaibhav has joined. Vaibhav will teach everyone. He knows. He's done everything already. Vaibhav.
मैं यहाँ पे पढ़ने आया है.
घंटा तेरा ये सब तेरा अंडरग्रेड में हो गया है. So don't even give bullshit me about.
मैकेनिकल लुका हुआ है अंडरग्रेड में.
तेरे को भी
Star Wars Battlefront 2
फ्री है भाई. वैभव, अंकिता, people have joined it. Get your books.
अंकिता की ज्वाइन किया? अंकिता को तो आता है सर.
कुछ नहीं आता.
अंकिता टॉपर है. अंकिता टॉपर है, बस बोलती है कुछ नहीं आता है, फिर टॉप.
अंकिता तो टॉपर है, ये तो है सही बात.
वैभव तू पढ़ा रहा है क्या?
सारी पढ़ा.
अंकिता और वैभव सिखाएंगे. चलो अंकिता, वैभव वीडियो चालू करो.
मैं भी पढ़ेगा अभी. आज मैं भी पढ़ेगा, ध्यान देगा मैं. So as such, this is only mathematical और कुछ ज़्यादा इसमें है नहीं. Linear programming basically means that you are going to solve your simple equations that will have, right? So, for example, when we talk about, you have a problem statement, you will have a problem statement with certain conditions. So it's as good as having f of x, which would be, let's say, xa plus yb plus c something, for example. So this is a function upon which constraints will be given. Like, कौन ड्रॉ कर रहा है? दूसरा मैं ही है कि ओके मेरा हाथ है, सॉरी. फॉर एग्जांपल x is less than equal to y, y is less than equal to 10, x has to be greater than 0. So these are your conditions given, right? Based on these conditions, you try to find the solutions for x and y over here, essentially, right? So this is what entire linear programming is about, right? Except when normally you look at a function and you look at constraints, तुम लोग को ऐसा कुछ दिया हुआ रहता है कि how many people are not comfortable with Hindi over here? In case
many people talk in English.
Okay, fine, yeah. So this is actually very similar to having, like, for example, if this is my function f of x, the function solution will be, let's say, 10. If x is less than 10 and y is greater than 5, it will be 5 is x is greater than 10 and y is less than 5. You know, aisa apan we have solved this. Even for cat, we have solved these solutions and everything, these kind of sums, right? you are given some conditions and you are given some equation, you try to find the solution. So linear programming is all about that, nothing else. Okay. I'll just clear the screen. To better understand, page number 84 पे है ना, I think. Yeah. Page number 84. Has everyone opened the book?
Yes.
Yeah. So we know what this is about, right? We have M1, we have M2 over here. 1 second. Yeah. We have M1 and M2, correct? Now we know how much does M1 produce per hour? 25. M2 produces 40, right? Now, how much material does M1 use? 40 pounds and 50 pounds respectively. I'll just write units over here. Okay. Now, these are two constraints. These are not constraints, but this is the information given to us with respect to each and every machine over here, right? Now, what else have we been given over here? Yeah. The cost of operating the machine per hour is $50 and $75. Correct? So this is my cost, material required, and units
Baba,
produced.
can you
Yeah.
again?
Sorry.
Which page are you referring to?
82.
Problem 54.
Yeah. Have you all read the question before?
Not me.
Okay. So basically, I'm just reiterating the question. There's a lot of words over here. We don't need those words over here. Basically, there are two machines that are producing something, and there is an order we have received, and we need to will be paid $18 per unit of production, right? So I'll be paid what? $18 for every unit produced, correct? It's given in the question. So this is given to us. All of these information, this information that 25-40 units produced is given to us. Everything is given to us. Okay. Now the thing is, every machine will have certain setup cost and other costs associated with it, right? So the management has decided that each machine cannot run less than 5 hours. It has to run at least for 5 hours to recover the cost that have gone into setting up the machine and everything, right? So we've been given that for over here M1, let's say M1 has to be less than 15 but greater than 5 hours over here. Is that clear?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. So there is some cleaning up and maintenance happening, which is why I cannot run machine 1 more than 15 hours. Similarly, for machine 2, I have 10 and 5. Okay. Is this much clear till now?
Yeah.
Bro,
Yes,
can you just repeat the $18 part?
So we have received an order to produce a case. Okay. Now for every case, we're going to get paid $18.
Okay.
So we're going to, for every unit produce, how much is our income or revenue? $18.
Okay.
Correct?
Okay.
So that's what $18 is.
Okay.
Right? Now, I'll just open the Excel file. 1 second. No, this is okay. Huh. This is question 54, not 55. So ignore the numbering. So I've written over here. See, my 50 and 75 is what my operating cost per hour. Okay, and 25, 40 units produced, and my material required per hour is 40 and 50 respectively. Now, what I did over here is I multiplied this B4. So this is units produced. So my revenue generated will be 25 into $18 for machine 1 per hour, because I'm producing 25 units and each unit is giving me $18. Now for unit 2, I'm producing 18 into 40, right? So my total revenue that I'm generating per hour is 450 and 720 respectively for each machine, right? But here my machine has some operating cost, that's 50 and $75 respectively, which I will subtract from revenue. This is something very similar to cash flows that we did in FM1. Okay, you have your revenue, you subtract your expenses from it. So my expense 1 is essentially the operating cost per hour, and my expense 2 is the cost of material. Now my cost of material is $6 per pound, right? Now in 1 hour, machine 1 is using up 40 pounds of material to produce 25 units. So what I did is 6 pounds into 40. That gives me 240 and 300 respectively for each machine. So that is the cost of material. Now my total revenue is 450, 720 minus expense 1, that is the operating cost of each machine, minus expense 2, that is the material cost for each machine per hour. So my profit contribution that I get, right? I need to maximize what? I need to maximize my profit. So this is my objective function. This is basically my objective function over here. I need to maximize the profit because I want to make as much money as possible, right? So, yeah, 1 second. I think ignore this, huh? Ignore the M1 and M2L whatever part over here. So my profit contribution becomes 160 and 345. So my equation essentially is 160 into what is x1, that is for machine 1, plus 345 into x2 for machine 2, or you can just write 160 m1 plus 345 m2, where m1 and m2 is basically the number of units produced by each machine respectively, right? Now we want to find the ideal solutions for which I will get the maximum profit given my constraints. Okay, is this clear till now, guys?
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah, it is.
X1 and X2 is that are the number of units produced or number of hours we are working on that these machines.
No. 1 second. Give me a minute. Yeah, it's the number of hours, I think. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's the
Vaibhav, it's number of hours, right?
number of
Yeah.
hours the machine is run.
Yeah, it's number of hours because that is the only constraint we have so far. We do not
Because
have
every
any
constraint
constraint.
is given. Every
Yeah.
constraint is given by the number of hours a machine can run or is to be run.
So we have to run everything in terms of number of hours each machine will be running, because our machine cannot run less than 5 hours and more than 10 hours or 15 hours, whatever the constraint is given to us over here. Okay, so for example, for machine 1, right, if I'm not wrong, this is less than 15 but greater than 5. 1 second, I'll just write basically 10.
वो पवन वो 1 और 0.667 है 0 होगा वो।
वो मैं thanks. Yeah. Abhi, simply put, basically what we are doing over here with respect to whatever sir teaches in solver is to solve for M1 and M2 to find the values of M1 and M2 for which our profit will be maximum. Okay, so 160 M1 plus 345 M2. I need to maximize this value, right? Now for that, so you see this objective function value. So I want to minimize this. So to minimize this basically is what is the sum product of these two, correct? Everyone with me so far?
Yes.
Yeah. So basically here what I wrote is this equation.
It will be maximized Pawan, उसको भी सही कर दे.
हाँ हाँ. This value is this equation essentially, correct? Now for each variable, that is M1 and M2, okay, I'll multiply what with the number of hours they're operating, correct? So each constraint that I have over here has to be multiplied with the number of hours it's operating, correct? So these are essentially M1 and M2. So the same thing I do over here is I take the sum product, okay, for let's say this. These are my decision variables M1 and M2. Okay, now this is my constraint 1. So M2 is 0, so it doesn't matter to us over here. Everyone clear till here? So for each constraint, I'll multiply with the decision variable. That is our answer. That is our solution for M1 and M2 over here till now.
Pawan, there is one more constraint, right? Like about 1000 units of raw material, something. Won't we consider that?
Yeah, yeah, I missed that. Thanks. There's a constraint 5. No, but it won't come over here. It doesn't matter over here, I think, for us. 1 second. I think I'm missing something. 160 M1 M2. Vaibhav, it'll be 40 M1 plus 50 M2
Less than
less
1000.
than equal to 1000, right? 40 M1, 50 M2 less than equal to 1000. Thanks, whoever reminded me this thing. So this is our maximum material that I can do. So 40 per hour, M1 and M2 are in hours, right? So 40 per hour, 50 per hour, and whatever answer we get should be less than equal to 1000. Is everything clear till now?
Yes.
Very clear.
Achha, now essentially we have everything ready. Okay, this is just sir has tabulated it. Like, हाँ, ठीक है, sir ने tabulate किया हुआ है so that we can easily solve it. So now we'll directly go to solver to find the solution. Okay, so I want to maximize this cell C22 by changing number of hours the machines are operating. That is this too. And then I have constraint, right? Just yeah. Someone help me with the constraint.
C31 greater than G24.
C
30
okay.
Greater than G24.
Greater than or what? Are you sure?
Greater than No, it's same.
less than equals.
Less than equal to,
15, like
right? Then my second constraint,
less than 10. G25
third constraint,
greater than these constraint will be same for each and every question, right?
as in,
As in, like, we have to do the same thing, like where model constraint will be like in the cell reference and the
yeah,
value
yeah,
will
yeah.
be on the constraint.
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So 33,
Greater than G27.
and my last,
Will be less than G28.
the reason we're taking these values is because we want to change these. We already have used this in, these are basically a sum product. These are the actual constraints that we have built to find the solution, right? So our decision variable will change, and so will our constraints will change. For each model, there will be a different constraint. That is why we put it over here. This is just for our reference so that it becomes easier for us to understand what we've done. Okay. Am I missing any constraint? No, right?
No.
So then I obviously by default GRG non-linear hota hai. For normally, I mean, it depends, but you have to choose simplex, right? Go to solve and you select your sensitivity report. Okay. So to maximize profit based on the constraints that I have, machine 1 will run for 12.5 hours and machine 2 will run for 10 hours, right? And you can check all the constraints are satisfied. All 1,000 pounds of material is being used. Everyone clear till now?
Clear.
Yes.
वो मॉडल कांस्टेंट से पहले जो कांस्टेंट्स जो था ना, वो वाला तूने वो सम पढ़ के उसका इक्वेशंस लिखा ना, ये वाला का?
हाँ, so ये अपने इट्स जस्ट बिकॉज ये अपने लिए इजी हो जाता है. ये मेरे पास लिखा हुआ है तो मेरे को समझता है कि दिस इनटू
एक
दिस.
का बता ना, एक का बता बस, तो मैं समझूंगी मैंने ठीक किया कि नहीं. एक का बता बस, कैसे निकाला तूने?
सम प्रोडक्ट लिया, ये दो और
हाँ,
ये
ये
दो
तो
आया.
मॉडल कांस्टेंट का हुआ ना. मैं जो रेड में जो पार्ट है ना, वो मैं
हाँ.
पूछ रही हूँ, वो कैसे
ये तो
किया?
गिवन है ना अपने पास, ये गिवन है अपने पास कि ये M1 है ना, ये दिस
अच्छा
इज
अच्छा,
M1.
वो सम पढ़ के जो हम लोग करते थे वो चीज ये है ना?
हाँ,
ओके ओके ओके, समझा. हाँ,
इसलिए वो M1 M2 के कॉलम में.
ओके ओके, कूल, समझा.
पवन, वो डिसीजन वेरिएबल
आवाज नहीं आ रहा है निखिल.
अभी भी नहीं आ रहा?
हाँ, अभी आ रहा है वो.
हाँ, तो डिसीजन वेरिएबल रिजल्ट हमेशा स्टार्टिंग में 0 0 ही रहेगा.
इट डजंट मैटर, 0 हो, 1000 हो, 90 हो, कुछ भी हो, फर्क नहीं पड़ता. वो चेंज होने वाला है तेरा.
जैसे तूने स्टार्टिंग से 0 0 लिया था, मतलब लाइक
कन्वेंशन के लिए. दैट इज
लेकिन वो टेम्पलेट है सिर्फ, उसको 0 0 से कोई मैटर करेगा नहीं वो.
दैट इज गोइंग टू बी चेंज्ड.
ओके, ठीक.
तेरा
decision
सॉल्वर सही
variable
वैल्यू
के-
पे ले देगा अपने आप. तू कुछ भी वैल्यू रख, फर्क नहीं पड़ता है.
पवन एक बार सॉल्वर खोलना यार.
हाँ.
भाई ये सिक्स्थ कंस्ट्रेंट क्या है? जो
ये
H
इग्नोर
का-
कर, ये इग्नोर कर, ये दूसरे सम का, ये इग्नोर कर.
ओके
ये कुछ नहीं है, ये इग्नोर कर. अपने लिए ये 5 ही इंपॉर्टेंट है, यहाँ तक बस.
ठीक है.
ठीक है.
हाँ सर.
So essentially ये अपन ने first part was how sir taught us how to find your objective function and constraints essentially कोई भी sum में. Okay, this is the first part that मेरा ये जो equation बना, you have to make these equations and you have to find these constraints is essentially your initial part of the LLP sums. Everything essentially. ठीक है. अभी उसके बाद The second part is finding the solutions over here. For each and every equation that you find, you have a solution over here. ठीक है? यहाँ तक सबको क्लियर है ना कि क्या किया है?
Yes.
कैसे किया?
Yes.
So now we'll move to the sensitivity report for now. Okay, so that I can understand what each and every constraint means and what these variables and everything mean over here. ठीक है? अभी अपन ने कुछ भी constraints define किए थे. Now this is the ideal solution that we got, 12.5 and 10. Right? So for these values and these values of the objective coefficient, this is the maximum profit I'll get. Okay. Then ignore this for now. We'll come back to this. Now we go to the constraints. Now these are our actual constraints that we put in. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So अपने को ये actual constraints अपन ने डाले हुए थे. But when solver solved the equation, it decided that this can be 12.5. It's fine for it to be 12.5, right? And 12.5 is less than 15, right?
एक condition थी.
These were our conditions actually. These were our conditions. Now solver decided कि हाँ, it doesn't need to go till 15, 12.5 is fine. The same, now over here it decided that okay, 10 has to be there. For 10 hours, it has to run. So it's, but it's still within the constraint or less than equal to. So it's fine. I can run this for 10 hours to maximize my profit. Now it has to be greater than 5. So obviously it's fulfilling this. That has to be greater than 5. And the same thing over here. Both of them are greater than 5. So obviously there's nothing to explain over here per se. And 1,000. So I ended up using £1,000 entirely to maximize my profit for these hours. Okay. Now look at this. This is your shadow price. Okay. Now this is important to us because it tells us that for marginal increase in our constraint within the limits. Okay. For within the limits, marginal increase in our constraints will give us what? How much increase? How much more profit can it give us? Correct. Now look at this. 0. So let's say I run machine 1 for 13 hours or 13.5 hours. What is the additional profit that I'm going to get over here?
0.
0. So it doesn't make sense for me to increase my runtime for machine 1 for more than 12.5 hours. Now look here.
पवन जो सेकंड कॉन्स्ट्रेंट है उसमें अगर हम वैल्यू 1 बढ़ाएं 10 से 11 करें 10 से 12 करें तो प्रॉफिट 145 यूनिट्स ही होगा.
इंक्रीज होगा.
हाँ मतलब सॉरी इंक्रीज 145 होगा, राइट?
हाँ. So if I make this 11 hours instead of 10 hours, my profit will increase by 145. So look over here. It is what currently 12.5. No, यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है ना आंसर. This is my profit 5450. If I run this for another hour, that is machine 2. If I run machine 2 for another hour, 5450 will increase by 145. ये मेरा नया प्रॉफिट हो जाएगा.
But don't we have a constraint that it can only run for 10 hours only?
Exactly. So over here, let's say we had just Abhi, now these constraints and shadow price and everything will depend on your business problem. Okay, whatever business problem you have. Now over here, unfortunately, since it is a week where I'm not going to operate at full capacity or whatever, okay, I cannot increase it by 1 hour because मेरा maintenance वगैरह चालू है. I don't have the time to increase it by 1 hour. Now let's say if I had the time to increase it by 1 hour and increase my profit, I would probably do it. Okay, mathematically it is possible, but you have to look at your business constraints. my machine cannot operate for more than 10 hours. Possible ही नहीं है क्योंकि maintenance काम चलेगा बाकी सब time पे. And workers भी नहीं है मेरे पास उतने. So unfortunately, even though I could have made more profit, I cannot in this case at least. Is that clear? You're right. I can increase it by 16. I can increase it up to 16 because my allowable increase over here is 16. Okay. I can increase it by 6, that is, and make it 16. So my total profit would increase by what? 6 into 145.
Pawan,
हाँ.
जस्ट इन अ हाइपोथेटिकल सिचुएशन, जो कंस्ट्रेंट 2 है, अगर मान लेते हैं उसकी 15 तक का वैल्यू है कंस्ट्रेंट आरएचएस साइड की, ठीक है, तो हम उसको लाइक 15 तक का ग्रो कर सकते हैं. तो जब 11 तक का करेंगे तो 145 प्रॉफिट ऐड होगा, फिर 12 करेंगे तो इट्स लाइक 145 into 2.
Let's do it. You're saying this is 15, correct?
Yes.
Now let's solve it again. Do you see the changes?
5175. So,
Tell me what happened.
the maximum value decreased. No, it increased because 6165. So it increased like 145 into 5.
Yeah.
इसमें add हो गया. Okay. It was sensitivity table.
I have not made another sensitivity report.
Okay,
Based on this you explain. मैंने क्या किया और क्यों किया.
ठीक है.
So far.
तो I guess वही हुआ ना कि 145 into 5 add हो गया हमारा total उसमें.
So मेरा ये क्यों minimize हो गया? Machine 1 का run time क्यों कम हो गया यहाँ पे?
Maybe because अपने को ज़्यादा profit मिल रहा है machine 2 ज़्यादा चलाने.
1 second, guys. 1 second. Okay, Vaibhav. I'm just saying just inform it. Gayatri just informed me right now also. Okay, all of you guys, we have a workshop from 7 to 9. So everyone who's not placed, it's mandatory for them to attend. It's going because there might be a placement opportunity there. Probably, we don't know. So it's better if you all attend 7 to 9. Vaibhav, just put it on the group and inform everyone.
Okay.
We have this from 7 to 9. Okay, everyone.
Those who are placed don't have to bother, na?
Preferably attend. Preferably attend because
people have to go.
Because you have your placements next year, so yeah.
Yeah. So you all will have to at least we've talked about this before. Just because you're placed, if you don't show numbers, the company won't be impressed. We need to show numbers any which ways. Okay, I'll start. Yeah. So over here, why this became 6.25?
क्योंकि in this value the optimization result will be the highest.
Yeah, mathematically yes. Tell me conceptually
Look
क्यों
at
ऐसा?
look at the contribution by the different machines. How much profit is each machine contributing?
Mathematically it's yeah, हाँ ये मैंने ये किया तो ये हो जाएगा. Mathematically I'm not concerned. Tell me in terms of business. Like why would I want to minimize machine one's runtime?
See what happens is, go on.
नहीं, I was just like guessing, I guess.
हाँ बोल
so बोल ना, guess कर.
मतलब 15 से नीचे होनी चाहिए थी value, that's why.
That is a constraint, but
that is a
One
constraint you
minute,
have.
1 minute, Pawan, put it on the notice board and then start here, no?
Oh.
ठीक है. Look
And
at
let her shoot the mail. Let her shoot the mail first. She's shooting the mail.
Retta, is it because the shadow price is zero? I mean, with every
No, shadow price is not a reason. Shadow price is an observation always. The reasons you'll get only from here. Okay, look at the raw material constraint. If I run machine 1 for longer, I'll have to run machine 2 for lesser, right? Because both the machines use the same pool of raw materials, right? So if I run machine 1 for longer, then machine 2 will have less raw materials to run, right?
Yes.
If for example I have 1000 units, right, of raw materials, if I give 400 units to machine 1, machine 2 will get only 600 units, right? But when we see the profit contribution, machine 1 contributes only 160 units, whereas machine 2 contributes 345 units. So if you look at it logically, first of all, you'd want to like saturate machine 2 as much as possible, right? So because it produces more profit. So
Okay.
what you would do is you would run machine 2 to its maximum, in which case you see the decision variable for machine 2, it becomes 15 now. Before it was 10. And if you increase it to 16, the optimal solution will become 16 also. Because machine 2 produces more profit.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, if you run machine 2 for longer, then there is lesser raw materials available for machine 1. So when we ran machine 2 for 10 hours, then obviously out of the 1000 units available, there were more units available for machine 1. And that's why the number was like 8 or something. Now it is 15, so machine 1 will have to run for less.
Also, let's say I make this 17 instead. 17 something. What will happen now?
M1 will further decrease.
That is
M2
fine.
will increase.
That is fine. Look at the sensitivity report over here and tell me what will happen. Look at this section and tell me.
वो 16 से ज्यादा नहीं होगा, I think so, क्योंकि
पर मैं कर सकता हूँ ना, मैथमेटिकली तो मैं कर सकता हूँ.
बट अपने को कोई फायदा नहीं होगा ना कि 6 के बाद.
नहीं, क्यों फायदा क्यों नहीं होगा? देखते हैं. चल, let's make this 17. Let's
But
solve.
the allowable increase is only till 6, right?
देख फायदा तो हुआ ना, 6320 हो गया. देख प्रॉफिट मेरा. फायदा कैसे नहीं
वो
होगा?
16 से ऊपर नहीं गया ना M2.
हाँ, तो क्या फर्क पड़ा मेरा यहाँ पे? What change do you all notice over here?
प्रॉफिट में इंक्रीज हो रहा है.
प्रॉफिट तो इंक्रीज हो रहा है मेरा.
Decision
What was
variable.
this before?
See.
M1 reduced.
हाँ, but it's still more, greater than equal to 5, right? So I'm not concerned. And this is 16, which is still less than 17.
See, with the constraint 5, that is 40 M1 plus 50 M2 greater than or equal to 1000. So if 16 units, like for M2, there is 16 units going, that is 16 into 50, 800 units are going. So naturally M1, it has only 200 units left.
Yeah, but no, so it could be like 17 and 5 also, or some 17 and 4 also. So that constraint would be
4. It can't happen na, because the minimum is 5.
Okay, let's assume मैं 4 कर सकता हूँ. Let's assume मैं 4 कर सकता हूँ. I don't want you all to concentrate on math over here. What I'm trying to, I
It
mean,
won't go till 17 also, no? Because allowable increase for M2 as per the sensitivity report is only till
let's say ये
16.
20 है. Let's say ये 20 है मेरे लिए. अच्छा चल इसका sensitivity report अपन बनाते हैं. इसका नया by the way, for every change in the solution you get a new sensitivity report. Okay, whenever you change a constraint you will get a new sensitivity report. I am using this to explain stuff to y'all, but if I'm telling y'all whenever I change any constraint my sensitivity report will change no matter what. Now look at the new sensitivity report. What happened? Okay, huh. Now look at this sensitivity report. मेरा अभी allowable increase तो ये सब क्या है अभी infinity हो गया. allowable increase तो मतलब कितना भी increase कर सकता हूँ मैं अभी.
But the shadow price is 0, right? So n number of you increase, you won't get any profit after 16 units.
तो उससे एक shadow price के ऊपर भी एक insight मिलता है. After this you can see that later. After we go through this we can see another insight on the shadow prices.
Okay, so not taking a lot of your time anymore, you notice this sensitivity report over here 12.5, 10 and this is 5 and 16. Okay, why did this happen is because whenever you go over and above the allowable increase your final values will change. Correct? Yeah.
Also,
correct.
Also see here the maximum for B machine 2 is 10 and the final value is also 10. So it is like touching the maximum point, and that will happen until the allowable increase. So that happened until 16, right? When you made it 17, the value for M2 did not touch the outer bound. It was still 16. Right? See here the constraint is 17, but still the solver showed us 16 value. So that is what the allowable increase tells us.
क्या हुआ? Why is it not happening?
This will be the same solver, right? Sensitivity report 5 ही हो जाएगा ना वापस.
हाँ, sensitivity report 5 ही है ये वाले का.
Okay, और एक और चीज next thing is पवनी वाला लगाते हैं. There is you all know the slack concept, right? कि slack क्या होता है? If the constraint, if the final value is less than the constraint, then there is a slack value always, right? So in case the final value is 12.5 for the first constraint and RHS is 15, so there's a slack of 2.5, right?
Yeah.
So whenever there is any slack present, the shadow price will automatically be 0, because if there was a shadow price, right, and you could increase the value. So for example, there was a shadow price of 1 here. In case of constraint 1 and 12.5 is the final value, the shadow price was 1. So your model would then increase the value to maximize profit. The fact that it has reached the maximum profit means that there is no way to increase the profit further while still staying in the constraints.
In fact, if I reduce my machine 2 to 9 and make this 13.5, I will have a loss of $145.
So the gist of it is, if there is a slack, then there will be no shadow price. And that is why in the next sensitivity report, there is a slack in case of machine 1 and machine 2 also. And so the shadow price becomes 0.
Pawan, the statement which you just said right now, can you just repeat it again? Like the loss wala part?
If I reduce this to 9,
okay,
and increase this by 1 hour, let's say, it's still within the constraint, right? So what will happen is, if I reduce this by 1 hour, I'll actually have a loss of $145.
Okay.
Then, Pawan, what do you mean by allowable decrease to, like for constraint to, yeah, the last part?
अभी यहाँ पे ना, whenever we'll change constraints, these values change for us. Correct?
Yeah.
मैं जैसे ही यहाँ पे 16 के ऊपर मेरा allowable increase मतलब, if I had the time, let's say, right? If I had the time, I would increase machine 2's runtime by 6 hours.
Yeah, but I'm asking about decrease part. Like if I decrease it by 2, then how will I get a loss?
So
Like
because
about your previous statement, you said
अगर मेरा टाइम बढ़ाने से प्रॉफिट हो रहा है, अगर मेरा मशीन को मैं 1 घंटा ज्यादा चला रहा हूँ तो मेरा प्रॉफिट हो रहा है। तो मैं अगर लेट्स से मैं 10 से 11 चला तो मेरा प्रॉफिट हुआ, ठीक है।
हाँ
और अभी मैं 11 से 10 आया तो मेरा कितना लॉस हुआ? इक्विवेलेंट टू
वो
145।
हाँ वो समझ गया। बट
So now
10 से 9 और 10 से 8 आने का ये वही तो मीनिंग है ना?
हाँ, 10 से 9 में 10 से 8 आ सकता हूँ, पर
हाँ।
उसके नीचे में अगर आया तो मेरा मैक्सिमाइज होगा। अच्छा, लेट्स डू इट। I'll make this what 7
8 make it 8
8
हाँ
see
yeah okay, profit will be decreasing, yes.
my maximum profit was 5320 earlier, right? 5450, sorry. And it
because of
became
the 2.5
5160.
okay, because of the 2.5, because for
Yes.
M1 it was already reached its maximum.
Exactly. And you see over here my machine 1 is running for 15 hours, but machine 1 is not contributing so much to profit, so I did not achieve anything.
Yeah, got it.
Okay. Now the thing over here is whenever you change your constraint values, your decision variables will change. Okay, whenever you change your constraint values over here, now this is 10, but if I had the space, I could increase it by 6 hours, make it 16. Now that would give me maximum profit of 6125 that we saw earlier. Correct? Now this is my allowable increase, but if I increase it more than 6, that is I make it 17, I will not have any shadow price. Basically मेरे को कुछ फायदा नहीं हो रहा है उससे। यहाँ पे देखो, we made it 17. My shadow price became 0. So after running machine 2 for 16 hours, if I run it for another hour, I'm not going to make any more profit. Got it?
And the same concept will be following, like जब allow decrease करेंगे, the same concept will be
हाँ.
here as
Now
well,
if I
right?
decrease it more than 1 and उसके नीचे में करूँगा तो मेरा profit
तो
maximize
कुछ
होगा ही नहीं, कम होते जाएगा मेरा profit. Now if I decrease it by 1, that is 15 से decrease किया, यहाँ पे ये केस में मैंने अगर 15 से decrease किया और 15 किया इसको, तो मेरा फिर भी profit आएगा कुछ, but as soon as I go less than that, तो मेरा ये कुछ profit फर्क ही नहीं पड़ेगा मेरे को कुछ. Let's solve it एक बार. ये 17 रखा था ना अपन ने?
हाँ.
अभी इसको 15 कर सकते ना अपन, तो प्रॉफिट घटा, 14 किया तो और प्रॉफिट घटता जाएगा मेरा.
That is because M1 cannot go lesser than 5, right? Because of that situation, right?
रुक जा. मेरा 6320 आया प्रॉफिट, मैं इसको 13 किया अभी यहाँ पे, तो मेरा प्रॉफिट कितना गिरा? 5285 ना?
Yeah, almost $1,000.
6320, ये मैंने 6320 किया, राइट? सो 6320 माइनस 5975, मेरा कंट्रीब्यूशन इज फॉलिंग बाय इक्विवेलेंट टू दिस. सो मेरा अर्लियर 145 था, तो इंक्रीज और डिक्रीज, बट अभी मेरा जितना कंट्रीब्यूशन हो रहा है उससे डिक्रीज हो रहा है, मतलब 345 से डिक्रीज होता जाएगा, तो मेरा प्रॉफिट घटता जाएगा. सो दैट इज काउंटर इंट्यूटिव ऑफ व्हाट वी वांट एक्चुअली. मतलब मेरा और लॉस होता जाएगा, बढ़ता जाएगा मेरा लॉस, मेरे को नहीं चाहिए वो, राइट? So don't focus so much. It is just that in this, when you stay within these parameters, you can change your constraint variables you want if you have the space to do so. But apart from that, don't think too much. It's just that your shadow price will change over here. जैसे अगर मेरे पास let's say 1000 है और मैंने उसको मटेरियल को 100 से इंक्रीज किया, तो मैं 4 से इंक्रीज होगा प्रॉफिट मेरा. मतलब for every pound of material that I increase, I get $4 of profit more. But this is just to understand that if you had the space to do this, you could make more profit or loss. Okay, this is just to understand that. Is this clear?
Yeah, got it.
Yes.
एक second.
तो मैंने बस सेंसिटिव रिपोर्ट 6 में क्लिक करना. What's the concept of this minus shadow price? Like,
For every increase over here, I'll reduce my profit by 116.
okay, and if we decrease the final value by like 1, तो the value will
तो उल्टा
increase.
होगा ना. तो if मैंने
हाँ
decrease
मतलब वही.
किया तो मेरा बढ़ेगा by
ठीक है
1.
ठीक है.
Got it?
Yes yes.
Is this clear? Now we'll move to this part. This part. Now मेरा फिलहाल coefficients क्या है? 160 and 345. Okay. Now what is my allowable increase and decrease in those variables? So now when I say allowable increase and decrease, it is for these coefficients. Okay. I can increase or decrease these coefficients. What does this tell me? This tells me if I increase this 160 by 116, okay, मेरा ये coefficient जो है ना same रहेगा. My answer will remain the same. This will still run for 12.5 and this will still run for 10. That is for 116. Increase 116. मतलब मैंने अगर इसको 161 किया, this will still remain the same. Let's try it out. Let's make it 165. Change हुआ? Profit change हुआ, but ये change हुआ? नहीं, right? So what this says is, even if I increase my coefficient or contribution of coefficient of contribution by 116, it is not significant enough to have it run for more than 12.5 hours because ज़्यादा profit नहीं कर रहा है. This will still give me more profit, so I will try to maximize this value over here. समझा? मैं इसको 160 चल. Okay, let's do that. 160 plus 116. My profit increase. Now let's solve this. नहीं change हुआ, right? अभी इसको मैं 280 कर देता हूँ. Change हो गया? My decision variables changed, correct? Guys.
Yeah.
And if we'll decrease it as well, तो भी change नहीं होगा, right?
Yeah. So we'll go back to the sensitivity report now. Over here, if I reduce it by 160, तो भी मेरे को फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. But you have to see that मेरा जो total change है दोनों केस में, whatever I'm increasing or decreasing, the total change cannot be more than 100%. Over here, we'll get back to that later. So basically, I need to understand कि अगर मेरा ये जो coefficient decision variables है, they won't change until I move beyond these limits of 116 and 160. Okay. Obviously, you cannot go less than 160 over here because that is your profit. You cannot, that is not possible. Okay, logically. And over here, what this is telling me that no matter how much I increase, my coefficient will remain the same because it's the it is anyways contributing more, right? But if I decrease it, I can only decrease it by 145. If I decrease it more less than 145, what will happen is ये 200 हो गया. अभी मैं इसको 200 से कम करूंगा ना अगर, So my contribution will decrease, right? And I cannot do it because of another rule that will come to any which ways. I cannot reduce it more than 145 any which ways. Okay. So basically, when I stay within these limits, my final values of decision variables won't change. Okay. Now the thing is, if I'm making some change over here, let's say this was not infinity, and let's say this was something of 200 for now. For understanding purposes, let's say this was 200 for now. Okay. Now my criteria is if I'm making simultaneous change in both of these coefficients. Essentially, these are the allowable increase or decrease in these coefficient values, right? So my value is that if I increase it by 40%, if I increase this by 40%, I cannot increase value of this by more than 60%. The total has to be less than or equal to 100. Okay. So let's say I increase it by 5 hours. So I am increasing it by 5 by 116, right? 5 by 116 हो गया, correct? और let's say मैं इसको increase कर रहा हूँ 200 है ना, so 100 divided by 200, correct? So what is the percentage value? What is the total percentage value?
54%.
Yeah. So it's less than 100. Matlab I can do this. I can simultaneously change both the coefficients and still have the same decision variables, but more profit if it is less than or equal to 100. Got that? Guys?
जो परसेंट का
Yes.
डिनोमिनेटर वो हम लोग अलाउबल इंक्रीज अलाउबल डिक्रीज से देखेंगे.
Now let's say I'll make this thoda, okay, let's make this 90.
नहीं, what I mean is if you want to decrease तो हम लोग का डिनोमिनेटर 160 हो जाएगा.
किसका?
Suppose we are saying we want to increase M1 by 90 and increase M2 by 100 ना.
हाँ.
So suppose we wanted to decrease M1 by some value तो
हाँ.
denominator.
So this is for increase, guys. This is for increase. This is for increase because my values change for decrease over here. Decrease के लिए अलग हो जाएगा. Okay. This is strictly for increase. Now, if I increased my 160 by 90, ये 77 हो गया, 50 हो गया, that became 127%. This is not possible. I cannot do this. I cannot increase this by 90 in this case. In fact,
can we do like we can increase one and decrease one? We can do that as well, right?
Yes, you can. But in that case, the percentage still has to be, okay, let's do that.
Below
now
100.
let's say I increase this by 40. Let's say I increase this by 40. Okay. Now this, let's say I decrease it. So now let's say I decrease it by 100 over here. But ये मेरा denominator change हो जाएगा इस case में. Here I cannot decrease it by 100. I have to be less than 100. So let's say we go to 80. I increase this by 40 and decrease this by 80. Okay. It's 89%. It's still less than 100. So I can do this. But you have to make sure your denominator is proper. Okay. Do not mix up the denominators when you're increasing or decreasing. The total change, including the sum of the total change, has to be less than 100% or equal to 100%. That is why we cannot go less than 145 or more than 160 over here.
Okay.
Is this clear?
Yes.
Cool.
Can we go for like only one single increase?
Yes. This rule is only okay. If I'm going for one single, I can do it.
Okay.
And up till what? 116. Because the moment I go more than 116, it's more than 100%, right?
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah. So I can increase it. But you need to understand that this rule is specifically more to make sure that we do not change both the variables and the change is not more than 100%, the sum. Okay. Because that will create a problem for us. The decision variables will change. So my answer will change. So I'll have to rework the sum.
Pawan, one more thing. our objective coefficients are nothing but the profit contribution, right?
Yes.
So if we want to increase our profit contribution, then all the other variables that we took in the starting, that is the revenue and the costing, all those will also get affected, right? Like,
Yeah, so
agar,
you have to figure out if I'm going to increase my revenue from machine 1, I need to figure out where I can cut cost in machine 1, right?
so no effects or no effect about those have been explained, right?
No. So that is a business decision. So this is mathematical modeling to understand a business problem.
Oh, okay,
Now, if
cool.
I want to do that, I can do that. Now, if I want to have this more than 160, so over here I need to somewhere cut my cost, right?
Wait. Any explanation about those have not been mentioned, right? By
No.
हाँ तो ठीक है.
That is something as a business person or as a manager.
हाँ
you
वही
have-
मतलब खुद ही लेना पड़ेगा decision.
हाँ, मैं कहाँ पे कॉस्ट कट कर सकता हूँ. लेट्स से अगर मेरा मटेरियल ज्यादा कंज्यूम हो रहा है, I can make some process more efficient and make it consume let's say 35 instead of 40 and still produce the same number of units. I'm increasing
then
the profit.
then everything will change, right? Your
No. If it's
decision variables will change.
If it is within this limit,
okay, yeah, okay, within the limit, okay, then it will.
The runtime will remain the same. The moment it goes above the limit. So basically, what is it telling you is that up till 116, you do anything. You reduce cost, increase cost up to. It's not going to give you any additional huge benefit in cost reduction. It's zero over here, right? We have not been taught yet, so I won't go here. We have not, right, Vaibhav? We have not been taught yet. So my profit will increase, but I cannot go over and above these limits, is what.
Yeah, got it.
Right. So this is essentially pura sensitivity report that explain kiya hai. Have I missed anything? I don't think I've missed anything. I've explained each and every variable except reduced cost because it hasn't been taught to us yet.
हम लोग को लास्ट क्लास में थोड़ा सा सुनने लग रहा था reduced cost.
मैं पढ़ाया है भवन ने.
क्या?
पढ़ाया है लास्ट क्लास में.
Reduced cost.
हाँ. Where to make one coefficient matter. उसमें you need to increase it by reduced cost.
एक सेकंड रुक जा.
जो क्लास में सर कराया था.
अरे मेरे को याद नहीं आ रहा है. कोई एक्सप्लेन करो फिर. मेरे को याद नहीं आ रहा है.
Means that the solution is still not optimal, you can say. And if we reduce the objective coefficient by 0.5, make it 7.5, then it will become optimal. It's essentially the distance to optimality.
Right. Yes. Yeah. So this is essentially this is not, if you have reduced cost some value other than 0, it means it's not the optimal solution yet.
And the only reason the solvers thought of this is because of the constraints.
Vaibhav, एक बार repeat करो.
Reduced cost is essentially by how much the coefficients change or increase or decrease. In case I think you would have seen what list Madhura sent, plus for increase, minus for decrease or whatnot. So it just tells us by how much should the coefficient change so that we get to an optimal solution. So if this was a maximization problem and this value is positive, it means that we should reduce the coefficient by 0.5 to achieve optimality. In a nutshell, it just means that if that 8 was 7.5, then the solution would have been optimal.
See, in this case now, when I had solved it now for this sensitivity report, I had made some error. Okay. Now that error was over here. I had taken this 10 instead of 100 or something. I had made some silly error over here. Okay. Which is why in the sensitivity report, I was getting a reduced cost over here because my constraint was not proper.
We have 0.5 here. So according to this, we have to decrease our objective coefficient by 0.5.
Yes.
Because it's positive. Had this been negative, I'll increase it.
That I'm not sure the sign convention.
Sign convention for reduced cost, I'm not sure. I'll ask sir tomorrow. But we'll get back to this. So reduced cost, I think we'll ask sir tomorrow and get back to you all. But for now, understand that if it is the optimal solution, your reduced cost has to be 0 if it is the optimal solution.
Okay, fine.
Based on if you've taken all the constraints correctly and everything, your optimal solution should be.
For some questions, the reduced cost will not be 0. And in that case, it just tells you that if by some means you can change the constraints, then not constraints, the coefficients, then you will reach to an optimal solution. Does anyone remember the page number that the questions he solved in class? In the book, there are like good examples where the reduced cost was not 0.
110. मैं वही ट्राई कर रहा हूँ.
110, right?
Where, okay, so in 110, if you see the power mode problem, in the optimal solution, you are basically producing.
कार्तिक, तेरा voice audible नहीं है properly.
बाकी सबको है इसके?
नहीं audible है.
Voice issue.
Okay, so is it okay now?
Yeah.
So basically in page 110 or in 109 also where the problem is given power mode only. If you see the solution on page number 110, you are basically producing 0 deluxe bags in your optimal solution. Is everybody seeing that?
Yeah.
And also, in a similar case, the reduced cost of the deluxe bag.
तेरा आवाज जा रहा है. अच्छा रुक जा. मैं ट्राई करता हूँ.
समझ गया ना, तू एक्सप्लेन कर.
हाँ मेरे को याद आ गया. हाँ. So this was taught in the last class actually. I missed it. So on page 110, you see that you're producing 0 deluxe bag and your cost of the reduced cost given is minus 1.15. Okay. Now you need to change your coefficient over here, because the thing is, the reason you're getting minus 1.15 is because you're not getting any profits when you're producing deluxe bag. The contribution that you have for deluxe bag, which would be 9, right? The contribution is 9 over here. So for my contribution of 9, I'm not getting any profit. I'm not making any profit, which is why the model is telling us that I need to change the coefficient. I need to increase the profit contribution of deluxe.
एक सेकंड पवन, कैन आई एक्सप्लेन? मेरा स्क्रीन शेयर ना बंद कर अपने.
हाँ.
गिव मी. One sec. So look at this. यही तुम्हारी power mode वाली problem है. Compare this output to the book वाला output given on page 110. So what's happening here is profit per bag 10, 9 and 12.85 as per the equations. And as we can see in the output, you are basically producing 0 deluxe bags. And the coefficient is 0 यहाँ पे. Is that okay with everyone, Abhi?
Yeah.
Now, the reduced cost is minus 1.15. So basically, as Pawan and Vaibhav explained, you need to increase the coefficient or the profit of the deluxe bag by 1.15 to make it.
No, not 1.15.
More than 1.15.
Always remember this. Go to the sensitivity report.
रुक जा.
अरे है ना तेरा आंसर रिपोर्ट 1?
अरे आंसर है ना वो सेंसिटिविटी.
अच्छा ठीक है. Yeah. You see over here my reduced cost is 1. मतलब मेरे को basically बता रहा है कि I need to, even if I increase it by 1.15, the contribution is not enough to get the profit more than for the profit to be enough that I produce deluxe bag. Right? So basically मैं अगर 1.15 से increase करूँगा तो मेरा still contribution will be 0. Final value will be 0 because it's still not giving me enough profits to produce any deluxe bag. But the moment I make it 1.16, the entire game changes, because now I have my basically my profits are enough for me to produce deluxe bag. Go to the answer report now.
What is basically saying is the reduced cost minus 1.15. If I increase it by 1.16 and now I solve, so suddenly you start producing deluxe bags. It becomes profitable for you to produce deluxe bags. And 1.15 was right, 1.15, so nothing will happen. 1.15 you still produce 0 deluxe bags.
Is
So
this
that's
clear?
the reduced cost.
Essentially, in the business context,
Now-
it means that the deluxe bags are not profitable enough unless we reduce their cost by 1.15.
Abhi, anyone has a doubt in this reduced cost or thing?
Is this clear? Like, have you all understood this?
Yeah, I got it.
Yes, got it.
Original problem was this.
So this is essentially here we were trying to maximize our profit. Now if I try to minimize a cost of something, and probably if the cost is higher and I can still minimize it, right? So in that case I'm reckoning that the reduced cost value was negative in this case. That might be positive in that case. Basically I can still reduce my contribution of that value. So the signs are opposite in this case, if I'm following this logically. I haven't come across a sum where this happens, but we can ask sir tomorrow this particular thing, that if I have to minimize the cost and the reduced cost value is positive, I will decrease it instead of increasing it like we did in this case, because we need to go the opposite direction of what the reduced cost sign is. Here we increase it by 1.16, or let's say it was positive 1.15, and then in that case we'll be decreasing it by 1.16 to have some contribution from that particular variable. Is this clear, guys? Any doubts, questions?
So sir has taught this for the past 5 classes.
Yes.
What?
Basically.
I mean, there are still some more concepts graphically and everything, but we haven't covered that yet because graphically it's not that difficult to understand. And apart from this, he has just taught us relevant cost and sunk cost.
Also, formulation of the problem is a bit involved. So, like, solve the problems in the book. Try to
Yeah,
solve
please.
forming the equations it looks very easy once they have already been formed, but like forming them is a bit tricky. So practice is the only way to get it.
So,
Told us
if you
to solve, like in particular.
sorry?
Has he told us any sum?
Yes, he's given us 10 sums to solve.
Which ones?
Start from page 78. Go to page 78.
From
38, 39, 40, 41. 46, 49, 50.
अच्छा
51, 52, 53.
एक बार वापस बोलना पवन
38, 39, 40,
हाँ
41,
46 49
50, 51,
हाँ
52, 53.
okay fine
54 and 55 is done in class, and he's also done sums on page number 108. And He also did another sum, right? One more sum he did. I cannot recall. Yeah, this page 113. Also on page 113, it's
113 का सम नंबर बताओगे क्या?
100 एक सेकंड ना, 54 जो सम है ना, 54 या 55 कौन सा था वो सम क्लास में किया था, या 55 का ना सोल्यूशन दिया हुआ है 113 पे आई थिंक। अपन ने अभी जो डिस्कस किया ना, नहीं रुक जा, वही है ना गाई, अरे भाई वही है ना कार्तिक?
हम लोग ने 54 डिस्कस किया,
क्या
55
रहा है पहले तो मैं ये समझा मेरे को।
अरे वो सोने डीलक्स बैग वाला वो सब, वो कौन से?
अरे पूछ 2 मिनट रुक जा, मेरे को इसने सारा समझा दिया ना पवन ने। नाउ आई टेल यू हाउ टू पास द सब्जेक्ट। आई विल सेंड यू अ जिप फाइल। एक तो मैंने तो ओपन योर बुक है ना। फॉर एग्जांपल द करंट सम व्हिच वी डिड, कौन सा था भाई पेज नंबर? हां 110
ना,
हाँ 110।
हाँ
तो बेसिकली कैन यू सी ऑन द लेफ्ट हैंड साइड यहाँ पे वेब फाइल लिखा है?
हाँ
है ना, there's a web file वाला thing over here.
हाँ
So basically web file के नीचे par mode जो file name है, I'll send this folder to you. Chapter 3 Excel files and then par mode का पूरा solution यहाँ पे है।
ये कहाँ से आया तुम्हारे पास zip
वो
file?
कहाँ से आया वो छोड़, ब्लैक मार्केट है, बट पार मॉड का फुल सोल्यूशन इज हियर इंक्लूडिंग सेंसिटिविटी एंड आंसर वाला रिपोर्ट।
Oh, okay, fine.
ठीक है। इन अ सिमिलर केस
हाँ
सपोज पेज 106
हाँ
वेब फाइल पार लिखा है एंड चैप्टर 3,
हाँ
सो आई गो टू चैप्टर 3 एक्सेल फाइल्स एंड पार वाली प्रॉब्लम।
same thing again.
सो दिस इज योर सोल्यूशन।
Oh, okay.
ठीक है, बट द प्रॉब्लम इसमें इज दिस के पार and some solutions are basically in both chapters. So par solution you will find in chapter 2 as well and you will find in chapter 3 as well. तो उसका थोड़ा दे देना ध्यान कि which chapter am I looking at.
Okay.
बाकी suppose chapter 3 MND which he told us to do like as homework or something, example ही है on where is it?
कार्तिक ये फाइल तू ग्रुप में ही डालेगा क्या?
कहाँ डालूंगा? सीक्रेटिव करना है।
पेगासस पे डाल दे या फिर नोटिस बोर्ड पे डाल देना।
मैं एडमिन हूँ। Anyways, page 59 suppose, which he told us to do MND वाला thing. Wherever basically you see web file and उसके नीचे file name ना, you can find the answer to that in this folder.
अच्छा, okay.
Including sensitivity reports and answer reports and whatnot. So either do it, and in this file if you open solver ना, पहले ही everything is set, objective constraints by changing variables, everything is basically set, so you don't need to change it. You can refer to it के how the book has solved the question, including what the solver parameters were.
अच्छा, okay.
पवन देख रहा है मैं इतने टाइम से क्या बकवास कर रहा था।
नहीं
ठीक है। अदर देन दिस
पार मॉड इसका फाइल्स का बता रहा था ना तू तो।
हाँ वो छोड़। अच्छा, दिस इज ओके विद एवरीवन ना? ऑब्वियसली इट्स ओके विद एवरीवन। you can find the solutions to all problems over here जितने examples हैं। other than this Shantanu was saying something about solution, तो ये हो गया। other than this presentation जितने भी चैप्टर की भेज रहे हो वो सारी मैं तुम्हें भेज रहा हूँ। suppose chapter 3 का presentation is this and he has basically just taken the same image and put it on a Great Lakes की template.
यही PPTs है उनके पास।
वो अबे you can see ना वो same
हाँ।
he has taken the image and then pasted on a Great Lakes वाली template.
Oh God, okay.
chapter 2 में you'll understand everything is basically the same, just the Great Lakes का logo has been put. ये same images याद है?
हाँ हाँ
प्लेजरिज्म इन पे भी लगाना चाहिए बे बहन चोद, हमारे पे ही लगाते हैं सिर्फ.
Who's stopping? So in the folder I'll send you on Pegasus or something, या कोई notice board वाला admin कोई help करे मेरी. It will have all the presentations of all the chapters and it will have the web files. ठीक है? अब बताओ anything else? Someone who has understood nothing.
नहीं nothing तो नहीं.
आया भाई आया समझ.
Something.
The point is practice. Suppose the examples, the par file या MND वाला things, and then you can compare your answers to the web files I am sending. If you are super serious. If not, you can just open the example and look at the Excel file. If nothing else, we can end.
Thank you guys.